I'm sitting here talking,
Oh.
and it's muted. You guys didn't even say anything.
Oh, hello everybody.
Hey.
Well, good then they didn't hear
No.
my story.
Skeins, it's not you. It's not you. I had the microphone muted, and can you hear me now? Should be able to hear us now. Give me a 5x5 if you can hear us. Oh my goodness, it's been one of those days. Hey, Lifetime Free.
Hey. You're spilling water everywhere.
I'm spilling water. Okay, now people can hear us.
Okay.
Well, everybody that's in chat, all the way down to Best Life, we said howdy, hello, how you doing? Lesson learned. You gotta turn the microphone on in order for everybody to hear us. Hope you guys had a good week. It was a decent week here. We got a lot done. Somebody has been getting ready for a show this weekend, so our kitchen has been a disaster area.
It's getting better though.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff loaded, so it's getting better.
So what are you thinking about this show that you're doing? What are you predicting?
I'm not. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got our company organizational party, which is over at the casino on Friday afternoon.
The entire reservation.
And just the employees.
Right.
Just the employees.
That's a lot. That's usually our customer base.
So
I'll be okay. I'll probably be busier on Thursday than Friday. I'll be okay, just because I'm his wife and everybody loves him and nobody can refuse the Skittles.
What can I say? Tamara Smith showed up.
Hi.
Still upset about the last video from Lifetime Free. I have not got a chance to watch that yet.
She's upset.
She's upset. The one is that the could this be you video there, Tamara? I have not got a chance to see that.
What is that? The one?
I don't know. Waiting for Tamara to say yes or no.
Huh.
All American says had a great weekend. Had a guy shot in the nose Saturday. Got an awesome video.
Yeah, she said, yeah, that is the video.
Yep, so that is, I have not got a chance to watch that one yet. Spags is giving you encouragement, saying that you'll do fine.
Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, I'll be okay. But they've got a lot more vendors coming in this time, and I want it to be very successful for them. This is a really important one. All of the money that they make off of this particular show, what it does is it helps out any families on the reservation that are in need, that need something, emergency placement or firewood or propane. Several things have happened, and so it's important that they make a lot of money. The way they do that is off of the vendor tables, and so the vendors pay X amount for each table that they use. And if it's not a good show for all of the vendors, then I could see next year's show not doing very well.
Well, and we've been talking about it. If this one does not do well, we're probably not going to do them anymore.
And if we do, it'll be on a much smaller scale.
Yeah. Rabbit Coyote showed up. ACM, Best Life. Ghost showed up. Look at that.
Right.
How cool is this, guys? Ghost has got a 15% coupon for Grumpy. If you go to his website, ghostdesigns.com, and purchase apparel from him.
What a great time to get the apparel. It's some really neat stuff. It's a good way to get your opinion into those family members that maybe don't know what the t-shirt means or what that apparel symbolizes. And I find that funny, giving a gift like that and then watching a liberal cousin or daughter wearing it out and about and have no idea what's going on.
And you're supporting a veteran-owned business.
Correct.
That's important for us.
Yes.
And then Chuck showed up. Question, Spags. Without going into detail, do you have something I need to pick up on Saturday? And if you do, I will be there. I got to run down. I'm doing more salvaging of metal this weekend. I did some last weekend. Got almost 1,000 pounds. Going to get another 1,000 pounds this weekend while she's doing the show. And
what does he have for you?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But just been doing a lot of salvage. Got that done this week, and finally making dents, and I feel like I'm getting some headway done. And then Chuck's supposed to have a quote for us for some gauze. Hint, hint, Chuck. And also, Chuck, do me a favor. Email me talking points about your class that you want shared with people, because I'm going to be meeting with a group of guys on Friday night that could definitely benefit from your class, and I'm going to try to talk them into attending the class whenever you come up here this spring. So hopefully, neighbor Chris and his friends. So if you,
oh yeah, they should fill out the rest of the class.
yeah, if you can shoot me some talking points that I can use with these guys, I would really appreciate it. And hopefully we can drum up some more business. Let's see who else. I know what I know what video Tag posted, and yes, I could see. Yes,
What?
you know what video it is too. He told us about it at the retirement party.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he did post it. He wasn't sure he was going to.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very interesting.
that's a crazy story.
Yep. I actually went out and did some research. I told him to go do some research on it, and I did. I went and did the research. I went and did the research, and what I did is I also what I did, because this video is her side and his side. I went into DOJ, and when I went into DOJ and I read their article, it's very interesting, because I could see the way that they're telling the story and what they're doing. I could definitely see how he got into this predicament. And
Don't give any spoilers.
go watch the video, and then after you watch the video, do yourself a favor and look up DOJ's report.
He did both sides, he says.
Did he do both sides? Great. Yeah, really listen to it and see what you think. I thought it was very interesting. It was very thought-provoking. And yeah, I'd agree. It will definitely upset you and make you think. So, yeah. Good.
Hang on a second, guys.
I am going to have to go watch that video.
I'm going to have
He tried to share it with me, but I didn't get it for some reason.
I think I got
What are
it
you
right.
doing?
Well,
Are you getting the link?
yeah, I'm making sure that I typed
Ghostdesigns.shop.
.shop.
Mm-hmm.
.shop.
Mhm.
Ghostdesigns.shop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, very, very interesting. And hope you guys are making it through, getting
There we
ready
go.
for the holidays, and getting all the goodies and everything made and doing all that. I found it very, very interesting as I was running around for I needed to find some more different containers for frankincense and myrrh, and so it was very interesting as I
Mayhem.
was jumping around looking for those different things. Every time I got to a cash register and I was talking to somebody, like, the shelves are really empty. Everybody is in the same mindset. They're making stuff for Christmas.
Mhm.
And I find that exciting. Let's go back to old times. How exciting is that? And everybody, like I said, they appreciate a homemade gift better than anything else.
Well, and there was a point in time in our marriage where
That's what we did.
that's all we could afford was homemade stuff. And my family's from the Kansas City area, so they were the basic, mostly recipients of it,
Mhm.
and they always liked it.
Mhm.
They always really liked it. And, we kind of got more affluent, and
That's how I started with syrups and jams and all of that stuff. It was with this family. And I knew when I succeeded and I started to get it right, I absolutely knew when that was, because his Aunt Joanne, that's all she talked about was that it was the raspberry syrup that I did one year. And I think it was the first year that I had done it. And that's all she talked about. Or maybe it was mulberry. And that's all she talked about. She just wanted more all year long.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
don't eat it all.
Yep.
Tread lightly with it.
So and finally started getting some work done on the back of the house, trying to get some insulation up in that one room. We got a room where for some reason they stripped all the drywall and the insulation that was there out, so it's just
Didn't they do that
bare
in
metal.
2 of the rooms?
They did
was
it where
that
the
way,
office was too.
Yeah.
You know, and if I don't get insulation up on that wall before it starts getting really cold, I'll have ice forming on the inside.
On the windows. Yeah.
Now the downside is of right now, I put that insulation up and it acted like a great big freezer, and it kept all the cold air in this last week. So I still got a little bit more work to do.
Yeah, baby. You guys are gonna have to excuse me for just a minute. I've hurt myself and I need to go take some medicine, so I'll be right back.
She started going. She went to chiropractor yesterday.
Yeah.
And both of us are broke. I mean, I've been going to the chiropractor for a month and a half now, and he's put me back together. I'm finally back to once every 3 weeks, where I was going for twice a week there for a little while, and now she's broken, and I'm still not 100%.
I've been broken. I just haven't cried about it until now.
Well, and that's the way I was. I was hurting back in July, and you know, it got so bad. I was sitting in the office and I was in so much pain. I had tears in my eyes. You know, so you know, and so it's one of the things, guys. You need to take care of yourselves. We're getting to the point now to where if you got something that's broke or you got something that needs to be taken care of, and physician, heal thyself, because I'm guilty of this. I got several things I need to go get taken care of. Get it done now.
One of the nice things is that when I found out, I wanted to cry when I found out how long it was going to take for me to get an appointment. But I just started to treat myself with the frankincense and myrrh and the comfrey salve and all of that. And when he saw how broken I was, he was like, how have you been doing? And the fact that I was walking in there, and he was pretty impressed with that. And I told him how I was doing it and what I was doing. And he was super excited about that. He loved it.
So Skank, they don't pull and do the joint manipulation like they used to.
Mm-mm.
This guy, he's got this gun that.
Does it have a needle in it?
No, it's not a needle. It's just got a pin on it, and he cocks it and he sticks it down on the joint, you know, on your vertebrae, wherever he needs to adjust, and he pulls the plunger in it. It goes out and it kind of knocks stuff back. So he's instead of making the great big adjustments like they used to, he does a lot of little tiny micro adjustments, and they work.
And Skanes, when you pushed me down on the ground in Kentucky, it did more damage than what either of us thought. I knew it was bad, just didn't know how bad it was.
Was she abusing you in Kentucky?
Don't you remember when she shoved me over the bin?
Yeah, she was being mean.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Totally shoved me over.
You guys don't upset. Do not upset Skanes.
Flying over the bin, and I landed directly on my hip, and it was bad.
Don't blame Skanes. That was
Skanes'
fault. It was not.
It was her fault.
You were the one carrying it too, so you're responsible.
We were
Skanes ignore us. We're just teasing you.
We were trying to pull up a tent, and the bins were in the way. So, but she was a little more forceful on her side than I was on mine. So
I'll tell you what, though, you got to be careful, guys, because I was moving wood again. It seems like that's all I'm doing recently on the weekends is getting wood, but I've almost got it completely taken care of. But I was reaching in the back of the truck and leaned forward and just used my left arm to pick this pretty decent size. It was heavy, but I picked it up and I literally felt my rib pop out of place. And luckily I was able to get it back into place by myself. But I was leaning over the tailgate of the truck and could barely get my breath. Listen,
she's trying to defend herself. Yeah, no, Skanes, go to a chiropractor. Just make sure it's a good chiropractor.
Let's see here.
Because some of them can do some more damage than what you want.
Oh man.
What's that?
You know what, Rabbit? We'll keep you in our prayers, man. That's tough.
What?
Getting his wife's affairs in order.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Rabbit, just do what you got to do. If you need any help, just reach out, man. We'll see if we can do. He's down near.
Ian, right?
No, he's down there just north of where we had the lake place.
Oh, yeah.
So, Yeah.
We're just within a couple hours, so let us know what you need.
Yeah, if you need anything. Like I said, doing cleanup. You know, got a bale of hay yesterday and moved half a ton of feed. You think that our animals were starving to death by the way they act. They were literally I put the hay bale out in the middle of the paddock, and they were standing out in the middle of the paddock with hay in their mouth, and they're chewing it, and they're bawling at me because they wanted grain, and so they're literally got their mouths full and bawling at me. Let's see here.
Hey, hacks are in here.
Do what?
Hacks are in here.
I have not seen the hacks.
Somebody said something. Yep, Miss Hacks is in here.
Is she?
She must be. Somebody said hello.
Well, I completely missed it. Oh, there she is. Hey, missed you.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so it's gonna take a little bit sciatic nerve on my end and some twisted things, and we don't have to get into everything, but it is from head to toe, and so it'll take a little bit, but we'll get there. I'll get there. I'll get stronger.
Yeah.
So the sucky part is my muscle memory is so used to stretching, because that's what you've always been taught, is to stretch and do all that. And so I've been stretching, and now that I've started getting the getting corrected, I cannot stretch anymore. And my muscle memory keeps telling me to stretch, so I keep catching myself, and it's kind of a nightmare.
Muscles don't have memories.
Yeah, yes, your muscle has.
Your muscles don't
There is
have.
such a thing as muscle memory.
No, it's conditioned reflex.
Whatever. He called it muscle memory.
I know,
and I heard of muscle memory, and even at the hospital, it was muscle memory.
And he better not. He better not say it in front of me, because I will correct him. There's no such thing as muscle memory.
There's such thing as muscle memory.
It's called a conditioned reflex.
All my nurses out here, there is muscle memory. So yes, and yes, thank you on the sweatshirt. I'm going to have to get another one tagged, because I've been cooking and baking so much that I have noticed today when I put it on fresh out of the laundry that I have oil spots everywhere.
Oh, nice.
And one of them is in a particularly noticeable spot.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you had stains there.
Jerk.
But
like that. But yeah, so pretty exciting. And then trying to figure out. So now that I get this done and starting to get in control after the show, I'll get in the greenhouse and get all of that stuff ready and started. What did you say?
You said I'm a actually person now. Actually.
So, but anyway.
So
yeah.
we decided that we are not going to do anything in the greenhouse this winter.
I literally just said I'm getting ready to go out to the greenhouse, so I don't know.
You just literally just now said it?
Yes.
Well, I was reading the stuff.
I mean, I never decided I wasn't going to do anything in there.
It's too late.
No, it's not
Yes,
too
it
late.
is.
No,
It's
now's
too
the
cold
time.
out there.
No, now's the time that I got to get started with sprouts. I got to start thinking about sweet potato slips. Now is the time I got to get to booking and trekking.
Okay.
So
It's just freezing out there. I'm just letting you know.
how do you know it's freezing? There's
Because I
nothing out
check
there.
it every morning. I literally walk out
How
there.
cold is it getting?
Well, the other day it was 28 degrees in there.
No, not too bad.
Yeah. But okay, if you're gonna do it, there's still green plants in there.
Yeah.
Like weeds, but they're plants. Yeah, and then
I grow really good weeds.
and I've started reading on pigs. Now we raised pigs when we were in Pleasant Hill. We had a male and a female. First time, but we only had them 6 months.
2 months, yeah. We had
That's
just pulled them in that spring,
Mhm.
and then decided to relocate.
Moved in October, so we had them for about 6 months, and frankly that's not enough time for me to feel comfortable
To know what we're doing.
to know what we're doing. So instead of bringing them in this winter, we're going to wait till it gets warmer.
Bring them in the spring.
Bring them in the spring. Talk to somebody, and he's going to have some pigs for us.
Ooh.
Chris.
Gosh.
He may have to have a do a
Bird?
AI on the sow.
Oh, that's
He may
fine.
have to do that. He's talking about doing that. But so we're going to bring him in next spring to rehab where all that bamboo is. And yes, they are a chore, which is exactly why I do not want to start off with a breeding pair. I think we lucked out by not having to deal with that at the old place. But I don't want a breeding pair. I want to get 3.
Well, and the nice thing is that at this point, yes, they are a chore, except for we have a good 1.5 to 2 acres that is full of bamboo root. So they will have plenty to do,
Yeah.
and they will be low maintenance for 3 years, 2-3 years, maybe. You think they'll have it tore up before that?
Oh, they'll have it tore up way before that.
You
They'll be
think?
baking way before 3 years.
Well, I mean, but we'll have more
Yeah.
coming in, right?
So 3 feeder pigs, and doing the economics on it. Actually, I missed it. Wes showed up.
Hi guys.
Hey, change the subject for a second. Wes, talked with Chris. You guys need to touch base because he may have something for you. He may have something for you. So,
Give them a call.
yep.
Do not procrastinate.
Tamara got 7 eggs from the teenager. Awesome.
Nice.
Isn't that great when they start laying eggs?
Yep.
We're averaging. Did you check eggs today?
Did not get them today. I get them tomorrow, but I've been getting between 5 and 7 a day.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is not nearly enough, but it's fine.
Well, for being winter and the fact that we're rebuilding the flock.
Well, look at all the baking and everything I did, and I didn't have to go buy eggs.
Right.
So it worked out.
Well, we
And
haven't
some of my cake recipes take 4 eggs.
bought eggs in.
I did have to buy eggs at one point, remember. What was that?
Oh,
for?
after
Can't
whenever.
remember what that was for, but I did have to buy some.
Let's see. Hey, Mr. G, in my 200-foot cabin, I've got 4 pineapple plants, 4 apple trees, 2 tangerine trees, and now plum trees growing just to start.
Wonderful.
Awesome. You know what? That would drive me nuts though. That because there's not that. I don't know if I could live in a tiny house now. Seriously.
Not with all this crap that we have, but
No, we'd have to do some serious decluttering.
I don't know. I know that B knows what I'm going through. I know what B's going through. And it's like, can you build me a building so that I can sort out all of the crap from the storage building to figure out where everything is at? Can you build me blah, 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 blah.
Terminator missed out on a 3-year-old you for free.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know if you missed out. Did you know why it was free?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Figure out why it's free. You may not have missed anything.
Let's see. B had 3 chickens killed today.
Oh, no.
You know what? Charlie came over and did that bamboo 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
almost a month ago, and we
You better knock on wood.
knock on wood, we have not lost a chicken to predators yet. I think we lost one chicken to natural causes. I'm not really quite sure what.
Well, you kind of found it back in the bamboo too, didn't you?
No, she was in the coop.
Oh, okay.
She was in the coop. Well, went in there and she.
Well, we got some OGs in there too, so she may have just her
Yeah.
time may have been up.
Yeah, she may.
She was like, "Brrrt, last egg."
I had one chicken. I walked in there. Literally, the thing looked at me and went and killed over dead right off the roost, right off the roosting bar. Just,
Weirdest things happen.
I was like, seriously? Yeah, the predator issues, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't
We're
know
in
if
the
you guys.
middle of winter.
If you guys if you don't live in the country and you don't have chickens, food starts running really short come late December, early January, especially when it snows hard.
Well, and all of the deer hides and bones and everything else that's been left all over the place, coyotes now are starting to get closer. So there's a lot of that going on. So
Let's see. All American says, I'm done raising animals. Too much work. I'm done. And feed is
He's
costing
going
too
home.
much. I'm just gonna hunt. Yeah. If you
our
got
feed actually went down, so
if you've got the ability to do it, I would love to
be able to hunt. We can't.
The problem around here though is if something goes down and the infrastructure falls apart, then every Yahoo with a gun is going to go out in the woods and think they can hunt, and they can they can decimate a state's deer herd and game animals
Yep.
in very quick order because they just they don't pay attention. Let's see here. Talking points and quote. Well, all right, man. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Wes, you also don't have a wife and a bunch of junk.
What did Wes say?
He said he lives in an equivalent of a tiny house.
Actually, yours is probably smaller than that tiny
yeah.
house. He does have a dog though. Tag's about to get his. Yeah, if you guys have seen Tag's house, he's why he did not turn that thing into a complete castle is beyond me. But he's
getting there.
Well, he seriously wanted to. I think B had something to do with it. Admit it, guys. Every guy out there would love living in a castle with a drawbridge. That would just be the funnest thing. Skane says I wanted to have a turret when we got the roof.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Yeah. So.
Tag is official Red Ryder carbine action, 200 shot range with a compass in the stock. Did you guys? Okay, I got to make fun of somebody. Did you see some British activist was here in the United States, and he posted a really intelligent, making a point comment about how you could buy rifles at Walmart, and the picture he posted was of a Daisy
BB gun?
A Daisy BB gun. Nice try, guy. Just didn't work. Just didn't work. Oh my gosh. Okay, since we're speaking of guns in the Second Amendment, since I got on that, have you guys seen the article? I think it was either New York Times or New York Post. One of those two did an article, and they found out that this company, what's the name, gunbuyback.com or whatever it is, or Gunbusters. Gunbusters is the company that does all these gun buybacks for the police departments. They found out that Gunbusters, what they do is they destroy the serialized part of the gun, and then they take all the parts and sell them on the secondary market as gun kits. So all these guns that they're collecting and getting off the streets are being sold. The parts are being sold back to the public, and so some new guns are being made with them. And so the left is all upset about it. And they tried painting it as this company was being all devious and everything. And they found out that whenever Gunbusters goes into these police departments, they give them an option. So the police department can either pay a fee and they will destroy the entire gun, or they will destroy the serialized part of the gun for free, and then they get to keep everything else. And this company, Gunbusters, is making like $90,000 a month off of gun buybacks, off of the parts they're selling.
Really?
That's how much they're selling. And so the civilian disarmament crowd is going bonkers over it. It is awesome listening to the meltdown that's going on. Oh man, it is fantastic.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, did you see I missed it? I was running my guns. Rick Sturr came back
negative.
No
Awesome.
no skin cancer. Awesome. Yeah, but about half the Walmarts in the United States do sell firearms. There are some of them that don't even sell guns anymore too. You know, it just depends on where you are. Pellet guns are for small game, hunting nice and quiet. You know, I've got a Beeman 17 cal. Well, it's got a 22 cal and a 17 cal barrel. It's shooting the 22 pellets about 80 to 50 feet less per second than Green Box Remington 22 shells. So yeah, you've got a pellet rifle, a pneumatic gun, but it's shooting at feet per second, equivalent of what regular ammo is. Let's see.
Remember the days when you could just have a birthday party and go to a birthday party, and the quickest thing for a boy was to go pick up a BB gun or a pellet gun?
We did that for somebody in the community.
We did, yeah. And I was like, they're like-minded. Nobody's gonna care. We've gotten BB guns for a lot of kids, usually for like between their seventh birthday. It's like every 7-year-old needs a BB gun.
Yes, capitalism, absolutely. Okay, Tambra, I'm going to disagree with this statement on a certain level. So you can make a homemade gun. You can make a shotgun out of a piece of pipe and a nail and you can make a wooden stock for about $20, and then you go to this gun buyback and they'll give you $200 for it. So yes, I would do that if I had an old firearm that was completely destroyed and completely worthless. I would take it and I would get $200 off for it. Seriously, I would use it, and some of these guys, Brandon Herrera, the AK guy, just did a video last month where they went to Houston and stood outside the gun buyback place and were buying guns off of people.
Now that I would do.
Yeah, and they actually got trespassed off the Astrodome property because that's where they were holding it. Actually got trespassed off of it because the people didn't want them there buying the guns. Okay, specs off a fiberglass bow my father gave me when I was a kid. See, I would love to be able to bow hunt. I am envious. I am envious of anybody that's a good shot with a bow because
you don't practice.
Even when I was practicing, I just not very good at it. You know, I got to get the crossbow. She got me a really nice crossbow for Christmas a couple years ago, and I still need to get out and I still need to learn to get it zeroed in and learn how to use it. Liberal chews make soup taste. They also help lubricate your firearms too.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It's just there's just so much crazy stuff going on. It's not even funny. A lot of people, and yeah, there's also a lot of people that have touched it that shouldn't. If you want to know the truth, or probably not legally. Let's see here. Misty and Mark both bow hunt. I can't pull a compound bow or pull back. I got to use a junior bow.
Yeah.
The little kitty bow. Do we need to get
I'm
you
the same way.
get you a Powerpuff Girls bow?
Don't give her a hard time. They actually have one that has less pressure.
Well, you know, Bill couldn't bow hunt because he messed up the ligaments in his arm and he couldn't draw the bow back. That's why he got a crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Anti, how's it going,
Hey.
man? Let's see here. I lost my video tonight. This should be fun.
Oh, you're kidding me.
You know what?
They'll all come back.
You know
You'll
what?
get more.
Yeah, you know
Let
what?
them go. You'll get more. And if those are the ones that leave over that, you didn't want them anyway.
That's right. I'm halfway tempted sometimes to say, look, if you don't like the content of this, just unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Just I'm to the point now.
It's really weird. Like we get some people that come in, they're not even subscribed, and they make some wonky ass comment that is just like, why did you even bother? Why did you even bother to comment on that? You're not a subscriber. You're not. They just want to cause problems, and usually their comment brings in 20 more subscribers. It's kind of weird.
It takes it. And that I was just gonna mention my whole take on YouTube and creating content and all that stuff has completely changed since we started doing this, especially recently.
Mm-hmm.
The
more we speak out, and especially the more of us that start coming together that think the same way, which is happening because all the festivals and everything that's going on, it seems like they just keep coming down harder and harder.
Right. Well, and the only thing positive I see about YouTube right now is it's still the best platform to get your message out. And if there was an alternative, I would use it. And we do We do post everything. This is going live. I forgot to put the Rumble. It's not. This one's not going live on Rumble tonight because I forgot to set it up.
But you can put it.
No,
on
I did.
Rumble.
No, I set it up. I did set it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going live. It's going live on Rumble. You know, we post everything over on Rumble. It automatically posts over there, but it's still, you're not getting nearly the same exposure. So you know, we need to use these things while we can and just make them. I mean, don't purposely go out to get kicked off the platform, but make them show their backsides whenever they're kicking people off.
Yeah, but All American, we don't want to do that. All American says you can set your channel where they have to subscribe in order to leave a comment. We don't want that.
Yeah, I want people that disagree with me to post because I want.
You got to know what they're thinking. What doing.
It highlights how asinine they are and how indoctrinated they are, because you get some people. I mean, you know what it's like, All American, and I want these people to show themselves. Now let's see. The government is taking over the internet in January, citing the need for
more equity.
You know,
all these channels will.
I was reading about that tag.
I don't know if they're going to go away.
I don't know.
Just to make a new list.
If
they do go away, then there's another issue because that infringes on the freedom of speech.
I've got to do some more reading on that because the whole thing about them taking over the internet is such a convoluted mess right now.
It shouldn't be happening. They have no business being in the internet. None.
He doesn't give a about subs, lower listing. You know what though? I gotta admit, it's the numbers guy in me. It's kind of a game now. It's kind of a game.
It has become a game.
You know, it's like
what's going on here? Hey, what happened here? What made this happen?
So I'm not gonna. I mean, it's not that I'm out there chasing subscribers. It's one of those things that the way I'm wired.
Well, it's been fun to see how it organically is growing and what's happening. So.
It's just waiting on Brandon to see. He asked for it.
Brandon can't even think straight. Brandon is having a problem figuring out where he is from day to day. Right now, he's trying to figure out this whole thing. So the Ukraine president comes over. He meets with Congress, I believe, tomorrow, and is going to beg for some more money. And he met with the president. Oh, no, maybe I have this backward. He met with the president yesterday, met with Congress today. Maybe. I may be a day late. And so begging for some more money. Oh, I'm right. They have to meet again because they're locked up on what they're going to do because Republicans don't want to give any more money. And you good Republicans, don't give them any more money. We got no business in that. And quite frankly, our people are hurting, so we need to keep it here. So we need to be fighting the cartel. We need to be fighting the cartel something fierce. So if we need money going into something, it needs to be going into the sheriff's department.
Oh, you guys, so All Americans talking about this movie on Netflix called Leave the Earth Behind. Oh my God, you want to talk about a woke? I was watching some reviews on that today because it's an end of the world dystopian movie, and I love those type of movies. They're fun to watch for me. You can ask her. I watch some of the crappiest end of the world movies just because of the content. So I wanted to know what it was like. Man, you talk about them trying to propagandize the end of the world.
Ghetto's in here. Hey,
Ghetto. You know what? Most popular president ever.
Don't even joke about that.
Most popular president ever. 81 million. That's nothing. He's going to get even more this time around.
Yeah, I saw that was another comment. Somebody else ended up coming back at that comment saying something like that. But yeah, it's so funny. Oh, and then we had another Congress member that flat out, and I can't remember if he spoke yesterday or if it was on Friday. And Dan Bongino was talking about it, and he literally replayed, and I'm like, wait, I got to listen to that again. That's what I love about Dan Bongino, because he knows that people are on the other side going, wait, I have to hear that again. Did I hear that right? And so he'll replay it. And this congressman literally stood up and basically just told everybody we're in a police state all over the nation. So there you have it.
Well, yeah.
There you have it.
My favorite politician quote this last week was the Irish MP that got up and gave a very eloquent speech about how freedom was important, but sometimes for your safety we have to take your freedom away from you, and we're just taking your freedoms away from you because we care. Oh my God.
This is the world we live in. What a
Oh my God.
circus it
You need
is. Dare I say it? Oh, what is wrong with
because
you
it should
people?
be at least.
You guys should not put this stuff into fruition.
I can't see. Okay, I guess when I was in my 20s and I was drinking really hard, I was a single Marine. Maybe, and even then it would have. Never mind. I don't want to go there. Yeah.
If AOC was president, we'd all become Muslim.
Big Mike, Barry and Big Mike.
Lordy.
That's who's going to be the nominee. That's who's going to be the nominee. People, you might as well.
That's
craziness. You might as well get used to that one because
they're already running the country. There is no way, and this everybody's starting to break this down, and they have been for months. And there is absolutely no way with the president that is so. I want to be careful how I don't think that there is a careful way. There is no way that an incompetent president, as incompetent as Biden is, there's absolutely zero way. He doesn't know what direction he's walking in. He has to be told when to wave at people, move right, move left. God, they have to make sure the stage is cleared or he falls on his ass. And it's
to be fair though, there is a lot of stage management.
There is nothing in the man's brain. The man cannot think. He cannot think straight. He is not running this country. He's not. So I guarantee you, somebody else is back there running the country. That's why they have to keep Kamala Harris so quiet and keep her back behind the scenes. So yeah, right. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike and if the Obamas come back.
This has gone off the rails. This is not what this tonight is supposed to be about. We're not supposed to be blackpilling people.
We're not blackpilling. I think we're having fun talking about the mess.
We don't need to be talking about these people because they, we got more important things to talk about. We got more important things.
I think a man sitting in the White House posing as a president and another person behind the scene telling how to run the country is pretty damn important, especially with everything that's going on.
You know what? It is important, but it's not what we should be about tonight. Seriously, we should be talking about positive stuff.
Come on, Dad.
We should be talking about.
It is positive because you're getting all that information out there and you're letting people know what's going on, and then they have to decide for themselves and do the research. Not everybody will, because not everybody cares. And so, I just think caring is something. And I'm sorry, I grew up my entire life in the military. And so, you made sure that the second half of my life was military. So it is what it is. I care.
You won the lottery, baby.
Did I? I don't know about that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so give me your feedback on this, guys, on this idea. In January, I want to start having a dinner party once a month. And not just, hey, come on over type of dinner party. I'm talking one where we have cocktails before dinner, and then we eat dinner, and then after dinner it's coffee or brandy or whatever it is. This one, that you see that look on her face, she does not want to do this. And I'm the one that's constantly being accused of not wanting to do stuff and do all this.
It's not that. I'm just going to be really honest. It is very difficult for me to eat at other people's homes. It is. Because a lot of people don't think the way that I think. They don't eat the way that They don't eat the way that I eat. So I could go to somebody's home. They're not thinking about it. They just cook the way that they regularly do. And I am deathly ill within 20 minutes. So his recommendation is that we do it at our house once a month.
That's what I want. I want to host a dinner party.
We can host a dinner party.
I want to once a month. Once a month, I want to start doing civilized stuff again. There was a point in my life where I wore $1,000 suits, and I went to
We're not in that lifestyle
really,
anymore.
but I want to do something. I want to have a cocktail hour. I want the structure. I want the communion with people.
You want some of the normalcy that we've had back.
Yeah, exactly. I want.
Okay, for that reason, because I understand that. Fine, we will.
And I want. Hey, Spags, Spags, if you're still in here, dude, I think that one of the things we should do on either Friday or Saturday at Midwest Preparedness Festival is we should have a cocktail hour. Actually,
cocktail hour is like 8 hours a day.
No, a proper cocktail hour, a proper one, not a bunch of people sitting around drinking crappy beer. I'm talking a proper cocktail hour where you have, I would make everybody wear a tie, even at camp. Now you could have a tank top and shorts and flip flops, but you got to have a tie.
Camouflage tie.
I don't care. It's a tie.
Oh, did we get old enough to be what? You did that.
Since when did we get old enough?
Excites about a dinner party, because it actually does sound fun to me. Well, so we did always have dinner parties and that kind of thing, and we were invited to a lot, and we did bounce from house to house and do those type of things, and so we've always done it, and we know how fun it is. And even in the summertime, you can have a dinner party, and we would end up with a bonfire and just all kinds of stuff. I sit out on the deck and enjoy the weather. And
you know what, Ghetto? Partially yes, but that is a true statement. And now were the 50s perfect? No, they were not by a long shot. But there was some sophistication and some decorum at the root level of it all. And and trust me, I'm as guilty of coarsening the culture as the next guy, but we need to get back to it. And Rabbit's got it right. After
good
dinner, you have a bourbon and a cigar after dinner. Man, there's something about it. See, skeins misses the socialization.
She can talk to anybody.
And I'm not gonna lie. If you're a guy and you're in chat and you have never owned a tailored suit, one that's been specifically made for you to fit you, there's something about putting on a tailored suit with all the bells and whistles.
Anything tailored.
Yeah, there's something about it. It makes you feel really good.
Would you wait? What is that?
Would you be sick?
Would you be sick due to poor cooking,
allergies,
or dietary restrictions, allergies, all of the above? Because one, I'm a very picky eater. I grew up with a chef in the family, and that's where I learned how to cook. And so two, depending, a lot of people just run to the grocery store and not put any thought as to where they're getting their meat from, or is there MSG, or is there any, XYZ inside of this. And now they're turning the MSG now has two other names, and then they're even going into just loading it into the other seasonings. And so a lot of people, if you don't have this problem, you don't stay up on that. And so they'll just go pick up willy-nilly whatever season packet taco sauce or, meat package from Walmart or whatever, because they don't have that cut in their freezer. I am sick. And I mean, and some of my closest friends, Mrs. Hacks, have tried to kill me, like not meaning to, did everything in their power to make sure that there was no MSG in anything. And it didn't even work. It was just one bottle of taco sauce that just something got in there. And man, even they made sure, they really did try to make sure that they went through everything. So yeah, no, it's bad. It gets ugly.
Even if you grew up in the 70s, I felt I was born in the wrong decade. Growing up in the 80s. And going back to Ghetto's comment about how he's never even put on a red suit. Okay, here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Chances are you're gonna wear a suit at least once in your life, and that's gonna be when they put you in a box and put you in the ground.
Well, if you've never worn a suit, do you think your children would put you in a suit
I think,
if he
yeah, I
died?
think a lot of people would.
Really?
If you didn't leave specific instructions, yeah, I think they would.
Hmm.
Just because it's cultural. It's a cultural thing.
I don't know. Like, I don't think my dad would. Well, my dad doesn't want to be buried, but like my dad, I wouldn't put him in a suit. My dad needs to be cowboy boots, blue jeans, a sports jacket, that kind of thing. Like, that's how I would bury my dad, right? Or even in his motorcycle jacket. But I don't. I wouldn't think to put my dad in a suit. And I don't know. They may be on here live, but I don't think they subscribe. So they're usually on their phone. I don't
Yeah.
know if he can comment or not.
And somebody, I think it was what somebody posted that you affording a tailored suit is really hard, especially on ice, and that is a true statement. That is a true statement. I was extremely lucky because when I was in Okinawa, Japan, there was an Indian tailor in town outside of the Air Force Base that you could give him he would take your measurements and you give him a picture of any suit and he could make it just like that. So I was getting
Yeah, you still have cashmere suits in the closet.
well, and you saw Rabbit said he had that Armani suit that doesn't fit him anymore.
Yeah,
That's the way.
He's got literally cashmere and like all these amazing suits, and none of them fit.
Yeah.
But, we know how expensive they are, and so they just don't go anywhere. It's kind of like when you have that really expensive dress and it's way too big for you, but it makes you sick to have to get rid of it. I've got several.
Absolutely, Homestead. Absolutely. If you don't, you're not forced. You can a mocktail.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Version
Oh yeah,
cocktails.
and there's a lot of them. Some super fun ones. In fact, there's one that came out. I think it hits the shelf. It either hit the shelves today or it's getting ready to hit by the end of the weekend. And it is I think they have like all kinds of different fruit flavors, vodka that's non-alcoholic. Now, the trick to it is, I didn't quite catch if it was $5 a bottle or $75 a bottle. So I'm thinking $5 a bottle, but if it's big enough that it's going into the news, it's probably $75 a bottle.
And the cocktail hours is not about drinking.
It's about socializing.
It's about stopping and taking time out of your day
and relaxing
and cleaning up, maybe putting on a sports coat if you're really into it, a suit. But
no, you ain't gonna have me dressing up.
Well, no,
right?
But I mean,
especially if I'm slaving
people.
in the kitchen.
Well, Rister said that his dinner parties were barbecues, but you stop what you're doing, and do something out of the ordinary that causes you to get cleaned up. Put on something other than your work clothes, because you can ask her. I'm wandering around here in dirty coveralls once the weather got cold. That's basically, I'm either wearing my coveralls or I'm walking around in my shorts because but you stop what you're doing and just have a nice conversation with somebody, eat a nice dinner conversation, and
Liar.
and just do it. So it's not about the alcohol. It's about the activity in the event, and you can do it. You can do it any way you want. To me, I've always enjoyed proper cocktail hours with a dinner afterwards, and then sitting back. And I don't drink coffee, but a good brandy after dinner is really good. So and that's what it's about. And I think it's going to become even more important because, I mean, I'm without sounding like I'm blackpilling, it's really looking like things are going to get really tough, and we need, especially if we plan on leading the recovery, we need to make sure that we're doing things that reinforce the fact that we are civilized,
keeping the mental health,
keeping our mental health good, and all that stuff. And this is for me. This is one of those things that I think would probably help. And we may do one dinner party, and I may look at her and go, "I'm done. That was fine. We're not doing it." Okay. Let's see here.
Well, let's do it on the inside of January so that it's not right on top of Christmas.
I told you, yeah, we gotta wait. Just got a disturbing call. The church got a visit by a strange man after a community event. Oh,
That, you know what? That's very
that sounds
interesting.
ominous.
That's very interesting. That's been happening a lot. A lot of churches. In fact, there's a church right now that's in uproar, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember. It's either Kansas City or Topeka. I may be completely wrong. It may be a different city, but they're in a complete uproar right now. Um, they had a guy show up with a gun, and they wanted security, but this particular church doesn't want guns in their church. So,
Not a church I'd go to.
well, yeah, and most churches we went to, everybody had a gun. So I don't know, but yeah, very interesting.
And if we missed anybody coming in the chat, I apologize. It's a fun conversation. I enjoy this. Quick tips with Dan. I have not seen you before. Welcome aboard. Dan wants to know, do you can pickles?
Yeah. In fact, I have a crap ton of pickles that I need to get out of jars, and I need to get them in the freezer. No, I found out how to do it. No, I found out how to do it. I found out how to do it. You just got to rinse them.
You better rinse them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you gotta rinse them a few times.
we freeze dried some homemade pickles.
And they were very salty.
Oh my God, they were like. Imagine taking one of those little white packets of salt you get at McDonald's and just dumping it on your tongue. That's what they tasted like. Bad.
But I mean, they're not bad in the jar. They're good out of the jar.
Yeah.
It's just they're getting older, and so I need to get those older ones rotated out. I also do relish too, and so I do few different types of relish actually. And then, but yeah, no. So I need to start getting them out. And somebody else was telling me, I think it was at Self Reliance Festival. Actually, it may have been Tamara that told me. But you just got to rinse the pickles really, really well a few times, and then you can put them in. They're supposed to be good. I can't remember who told me that, but somebody told me that.
So we used to go to this Baptist church in Strasburg, Missouri. And how many people lived in Strasburg?
Well,
no. How many? There were only like 50 people in the town.
Yeah, if even that.
And on Sunday, there were 350 people in this church. There's a long story about the downfall of that church, but that's not important. The whole point I was trying to make was on Sunday morning in that church, that was probably one of the safest places in the county because everybody that had a
it also helped that a large majority of the congregation were sheriff's department, police department.
You know, I carried there.
Military. I mean, how many military did we have in there? Like, I think everybody was pretty much related in some connection to either law enforcement or military.
Only wear them for nice suits. I only wear them for church and special occasions like birthday parties, formal dining, and we went to a play. Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, plays are always nice. I miss going to the plays.
Yeah.
No, we're too far away now. And the one in Topeka, that one theater, it doesn't look great. Have you seen the commercials for that one yet? It's the Topeka, not performing arts, but I don't know, something. It's some funky name.
Well, they're for a little while.
Just call it Dinner Theater.
So, out of 27 grandkids, I am on my dad's side of the family. I am the only one that did not take dance lessons. All my aunts were dance teachers. My grandmother was one of the original owners of the Kansas City Costume Company that provided like professional costumes to all the theaters around the Kansas City area. So when I was growing up, we went to a lot of plays, a lot of dance recitals and all that stuff. And then we went to quite a few of them. Not as many as we would have liked. Which one do you want?
So there's a reason. So really ghetto. So Ghetto said, if we were all Jesus' children, well, now I can't read it. If we were all Jesus' children, why would he want us to use a sword against each other? It says in your Bible. It says in your Bible, an eye for an eye. And it actually just talked about war and about standing up and being a lion and not a sheep. And so, yes, we are all Jesus' children, but there is a time. There's a time that we have to stand up, and there's a time that we have to fight, and there's a time that it's okay.
Well, and that's the big question. That if you start getting into the philosophical aspects of it all, and the spiritual aspects, You know, is there such a thing as a just war, a righteous war, righteous violence? And the Bible's
If
pretty.
I'm being attacked, it's righteous for me to attack back.
The Bible, well, not necessarily.
Yes.
What if you're called? What if you're called to become a martyr?
Like God is just telling me to die.
Yeah,
then God will tell me
yeah,
it's my time to
exactly.
die, and I won't be prepared, and I won't be willing to fight. I won't be able to fight back.
And this is one of those topics where people that don't know the Bible turn it against Christians, and they use it against us. You know, because if you've ever read the Quran.
I don't think he was being literal. I think he was just asking.
No. But this is important. It just so happens I was thinking about this the other day. You know, the Quran calls for the killing of people that don't believe. There's the surahs and which is the legal stuff based off of the teaching in the Quran. They do call for that stuff, and so whenever you point that out, they'll turn it on you, and they'll go, well, God told the Israelites to kill these people, and yes, he did. Different circumstances, and you can say it. You can say it doesn't matter, but it really does. So the reason
I knew Heidi would have this.
The reason why the Israelites
Thank you, Heidi.
the reason why the Israelites were told to go out and kill these tribes, because they had attacked the Israelites before, and God was telling the Israelites, if you do not take care of this problem, you will suffer down the road.
And look at what's happening.
Well, and they didn't, and I'm not one. I can't quote Bible, or I can't verse and chapter, but they did not do what God commanded, and down the road they ended up being enslaved by the very people that God told them to defend themselves against. Okay.
And now they're at war.
Okay, Luke 22:3-6. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that has no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. And he said that the Lord told his disciples that in the Garden of Gethsemane, right before he got arrested by the Romans. So self-defense is part. Christianity is not a suicide compact.
Right.
Being a believer in Christ is not a suicide compact. And
in fact, it's an eternal life contract.
You know, and you can go out. There's quite a few passages in the Bible where you can find justification. But the problem arises. Here's the problem.
Because when people twist things.
Well, yeah, exactly. The problem arises is you. If you take your personal beliefs and start saying, well, God wants me to do this, and that's not the way it works, you know. And there's a lot of people that justify violence through Christianity for the very completely wrong reasons, you know. And one of the things that I used to think about when I first got a pistol, and you can ask her, if I ever had to use my firearm in self-defense, then I wanted to make 100% sure that I was in line with God's teaching on it. Because if I was not in line with God's teaching, then my fallen nature would be what was causing me to pull that trigger, and not the divine hand of God. I know that sounds cultish and really kind of crazy, but if you think about it, it makes complete sense. You know, so we want to make sure if we're doing something like that, we're defending ourselves or we're defending somebody else, we need to make sure that we're right spiritually before we even consider doing it. Because if not, you're going to end up in a lot of hurt. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Does that make sense? I mean,
it makes sense to me.
And it sounds, and if you're talking to somebody that's not a believer and you go, well, I want to, you know, I'm going to be the hand of God, that sounds really crazy to some people, but it's truth.
Yeah, God uses us in many different ways.
Okay,
but you also have to
KYG.
Remember, he also uses
Take it easy.
He uses the wicked as well.
Yeah.
And so you just discernment.
Welcome
Gotta
back.
have discernment. Oh, so you missed the part where I told people about you trying to kill me. Somebody was asking me. G wants to start doing dinner parties once a month.
Yes, evil exists, and that's the greatest deception that the devil ever perpetrated on man was getting people to believe that he doesn't exist.
Right.
You know,
and now he's right in front of your face. They're telling you all.
So we used to go to a church before we went to this church that had all these people in it. We went to a very small,
fundamental independent Baptist church.
Very, very fundamental. Very like the girls had to wear dresses if they were up on stage. There are no female angels. We had a split in the church because
women cannot cut men's hair. There was a big ordeal about
it
our
was,
daughter.
And
the fact that I was Catholic, I was going to hell, and it was just horrible.
The one problem I had with nice people,
very nice people,
great people, true believers, but the one problem I had with the church itself was that the devil was behind every corner, behind every tree, behind every rock, behind every blade of grass, and it's not that I'm denying his existence, but he's not out there hiding, out there just waiting to trip us up. And the reason why I think that is because we do a good enough job tripping ourselves. He doesn't have to be out there pushing us. All he has to do is give us a little whisper, or give us a little nudge.
Looks a little carrot.
And we will do all the bad stuff on our own. You know, and
that's why discernment is so important.
Exactly.
And so, you get discernment. I think women are luckier than men in some ways because we have the women's intuition. And, that goes a long way. So
absolutely,
that also helps.
Absolutely.
What did he say?
It's hard to know when to turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
It is. Well, and some people oh God, what's the name of the book about the guy that went down to South America and they landed on, the one I'm talking about, because his widow came and spoke. And anyway, there's a book. The guy could have fought back against these native tribesmen down in South America, but he didn't, and they killed him. They shot him full of arrows on a sandbank.
Do we have that book?
It's packed.
Is it in that box? I bet it's in that box. The last one.
And they had rifles and they could have fought back. And his wife came in. I don't remember where we saw her, because it wasn't at church. We saw her someplace else. But anyway, she started talking about martyrdom and the fact that some people are called by Christ to become martyrs, and you'll know them. You'll know them when you hear their stories, because they willingly go to their death for Jesus. And quite okay,
because it's starting to relax, and I know I'm going to screw it up.
Yeah, and quite frankly, that whole idea, even as a believer, that idea just baffles me. I understand that it happens, but it baffles me that it happens. And if I'm ever called to do that, then hopefully my beliefs are strong enough that I'll do it. And trust me, I'm not looking forward to doing it if I have to, but yeah, Fox's. Yeah, there's another good book. Fox's Book of Martyrs is another good book. And we used to have a subscription to the Voice of the Martyrs, which really, you talk about something weird. The big Baptist church we were talking about, we took Voice of the Martyrs in there and started getting people to read it, and there were people in that church that got mad at us.
Well, they got mad at us for a lot of stuff. Me in particular. As soon as I started taking the kids, I taught ACT teens, and I would take the kids on missionary trips.
You know what, Tag? Everybody's got to have an apocalypse plan. So mine, I don't want to be a warlord. I want to be a cult leader.
I'm not ready for that. But yeah, no. So yeah, they would get mad as soon as you started doing good things, and the girls, we were going down to the in Kansas City, we were going down to the Muslim. There's 4 different sects in there, and so the girls were taking a missionary trip, and they created it. We got it all in order and went. And our church had such a big uproar. They literally went to Garen and demanded that he stop me and not take the girls there. And so it was just crazy to me. And anyway, anybody that knows me knows that that didn't work.
Actually had somebody come to me. Actually had somebody come to me and make me promise that whenever we got ready to leave, that I would crawl underneath the van.
We're in country. You don't have to shave your head. We're not doing that.
I had to get under the van and check for bombs. Literally made me promise to do that.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it was.
Insane. But those are people that they're saying they're walking with Christ, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're believers and this and that, and yet the girls came up with this. The girls had close relationship with Christ. I was feeling it. We even so easily came in contact with Pastor Omar and was able to find this fantastic church where all of this stuff was happening and help him out.
This guy was awesome. He was a young kid.
And here's the greatest thing about this. So here, the whole time this church is trying to get me to stop and not take these girls. The whole time they're doing this, God just pressed and pressed and pressed. He's like, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. The girls ended up sitting with a young man. He was 14 at the time, and he was Muslim, and he was from, oh goodness,
East Africa someplace.
Yeah, I want to say Congo, not Congo. Anyway, pretty bad. It was a pretty bad place, and so he was still learning English because he only knew Swahili, and so but he was sitting talking the best with the girls. The girls got the Bible out. And now he is a missionary pastor, and he actually has his church down in Texas, and is married with children and all of that. So had they stopped us, that would have possibly never happened.
Well, and listen, guys, we're sitting here talking about this, and don't think that we're like the holy roller, holier than thou type of people.
No, we're weak.
We are very flawed, and our witness on a daily basis is not very good, and it's something that we both need to know that we need to address. In fact, me and a couple other guys in the community were talking about starting a Zoom Bible study, and I think it's going to happen. I haven't heard much about it.
I thought you guys were going to start that this week.
I thought we were too, but we never got it. So I may just have to start one on my own. I may just have to start doing
we had started a couples Bible study.
Online Bible. No, I need to do it. Need to do a men's Bible study.
Okay, I understand.
You can do a women's Bible study.
No, I just understand that if you need that first, I get it.
We'll do ghetto. We'll do once we get it figured out. Get the logistics on it.
Well, there you go. So you have ghetto right there.
Yep.
There's your second. So why don't you guys just start it?
I got exactly.
And then everybody else can jump on when they're ready.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Thanks, Ghetto. Email G your information. So you do have all of it? Okay. Good. There you go. Hey, how about that?
Well, and we got to set up the technical aspect. The
Okay.
part of it.
You'll figure it out. You're good.
I will.
With me comes Zach as well.
Okay.
That's fine. So there you go. Now you got 3.
But I think some of the best Bible studies I had were the men's Bible study groups that I was in. And excuse me.
Yeah, sinners saved by grace. You're absolutely right. Thank God.
Why are you so intrusive?
Dude, close I love you, Daddy.
Gosh, you're terrible. You are
so,
terrible.
But yeah, so that's good. And yeah, I would do a women's Bible study. I've done several. In fact, I've got some pretty good books probably in that box. Yep. I've got some pretty good studies that we've done before that were really nice. Really good ones.
Do not like licky dogs. Don't lick.
And we don't have to get books. We can just do it in the Bible. But I like the structure of a book sometimes a little bit better. Just especially for people that haven't been in the Bible for a while or different religions. And
You
so
know-
we do have that issue where we have several different religions. So a structured ladies Bible study would be better.
You know what I thought would be a good thing to do, especially online, is the Truth Project.
Oh yeah, I like that
The
one.
Truth Project.
And especially now, what a great time to do that.
Yeah.
You got to do that in a live and let everybody comment on it. Can you do that? Yeah, because it's free, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about broadcasting it though. I'd have to look.
Look into it. I think that would be a good one to do. Because if you're doing the Bible study live.
It sounds familiar, Wes, but off the top of my head, I can't say that I remember what it is. If when she shaves her head, I will shave my beard. Deal.
So Rain was asking if you were the cult leader, would we all have to shave our heads? And I
No,
told her not to worry about it. I'm not shaving my head.
Heck no. Heck no.
Not happening. But we also cannot. Do
Tag
the
looks
whole
weird all
no
the
shaving.
time there, Wes. Not just without a beard. I still remember the first time I saw Tag clean shaven.
Yeah.
Kind of freaked me out. Freaked me out.
Yeah, but he's clean shaven in the morning and then like seriously bearded.
You know what, All American? This guy shaves his head because if he doesn't, he's got a great big huge bald spot on top of his head that doesn't look good. I still remember the day I decided I was going to shave my head.
You were getting a little bit of hair there.
Yeah, because I kind of I'm feeling like a hippie right now. Look how long that hair is.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'll be wearing love beads and a navy jacket. But I got out of the Marine Corps and I was out for about 6-7 months, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna let my hair grow. And I was combing it over, and I was going outside, and I was looking in my reflection in the window of my car, and the wind came along, and I swear to God, my hair went like this. It goes. I was like, nope, I'm done. It's all coming off. Yeah, send it to me. I'll check them out.
Yeah, and then but make sure you do your research on it too before you get in there. Yeah.
I will.
Okay. Not that you would send them anything bad, Wes, but we just got to make sure that.
Shave their head makes no sense to have hair if we never have.
Sometimes people create stuff and then they do videos and it's got like twisted messages in there.
Long hair
So I don't
worked
bother
for
with that.
Samson. Of course, look what happened to him. Got involved with the chick.
Cut his hair.
All turned out bad,
That's
man.
where it starts. That's how it starts. So yeah, but I don't know.
Okay, we're running up on an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. So see if anybody's got
Yeah.
anything.
You guys got anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions? Anything going on? You want to?
Because I will not tomorrow.
You want to share?
Yep, starting tomorrow. I got chiropractor at 9:30, and then we gotta go set up. Then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna clean the house. Try to get started on that, and then I'll probably take a nap and try to relax my back, and then I'm going to be busy through Saturday, so I will not.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If I could grow, if I had hair on top of my head, I would grow it out long.
You know what? No, you wouldn't.
If I had a full head of hair.
And you weren't married to me.
Okay, whatever.
I like clean shave.
I'm a man. I do what I want.
Oh yeah, you think so?
But what this is, the reason why it's so bad is because of these things. I wore ball caps my entire life, and then when I was in the Marine
Your
Corps,
dad was bald.
well, same reason. I mean, the male pattern baldness on both sides of the family, but it's worse because of the baseball eyes. And then when I was in the Marine Corps, when she met me, I mean, my hair was only half-inch long. Maybe.
Yeah, he looked like Gerald McCraney.
I mean, I used to have hair. Believe it or not, I used to have hair, and I used to get it shaved, and it looked like a little boot brush on top of my head because I would take the wax and stand my hair up and kept the sides completely shaved. Take care of your hair, all you young bucks. Take care of your hair, because if not, this is your future right here.
Don't put a bunch of junk in it and that kind of thing, because you're just adding poison to it.
Oh, when I was lifeguarding in high school, peroxide.
Right.
Peroxide and lemon juice in the
And
summertime.
liquid heavy.
Yep.
That was the 80s, baby.
Dude, I had blonde. Actually, it was blonde on top and brown around the sides.
My cousin Stanley when he was living with us. Do you remember the sun-in? You spray it on there and put it on your hair. He got a bunch of that, and then he put it all on his hair, and turned his hair like, I kid you not, Ronald McDonald orange. And I laughed so hard. He looked so ridiculously stupid. And he got so mad at me when I was laughing at him, but I didn't care. That crap was funny.
Wes, absolutely seconding what Eagle Lover says.
What was that?
Well, Wes got some bad news.
Oh, man. In the lumbar?
Yep.
Oh,
So Eagle Lover.
Yeah, we'll definitely send some prayers, Wes. And then I don't know where she's at, but next time you're up here, get some of the edible frankincense, and it will help her. It can help her.
Getting back to the hair thing. I'm sorry. This popped in my head. I gotta get this out of my head, or else it's gonna sitting there all night long and fester. When I was in Yuma, I was hanging out with a buddy of mine's wife and this other female Marine. We were waiting for these guys. He was working late, and we were waiting for him to come back. And so we were sitting there, and somehow they talked me into bleaching my hair. And
your hair was like pitch black. What would ever make you think you could bleach your hair?
They got in there and they did it, and my hair turned orange.
Yeah, you and Stanley. It's hilarious.
My hair turned orange for about 2 weeks until I shaved it off and got it to grow.
I shouldn't tease my cousin. It's been all these years, but that crap's funny.
Yes.
It's been like 40 years.
You are absolutely correct. Going to an old school barber, the guy that uses,
you like that.
The guy that uses the straight edge razor and
and the hot towel.
And I'll tell you,
your son's the same way. You and your son both.
I'm telling you, there's something special about him. It feels okay.
The smell.
In Okinawa, the base barber shop I was on, there were 5 chairs, and there were 4 old Japanese ladies, and this one guy that was gayer than a $3 bill. He was queerer than a $3 bill. The dude just oozed it, and so nobody would ever sit in his chair, and he had a really hard time unless it was really busy. Nobody would sit in his chair. Well, I went in there one day and got a haircut from him, and I don't know if it was because he was really invested in it or he was just good at it. Because in Okinawa, they give you a massage and they put the hot towel on you and they do your neck and they do all that stuff. This dude gave the best damn haircut out of any barbershop on base, and he was the biggest kept secret. And I would go in there to get my haircut, and I never had to wait in line because the dude was always open whenever I went in there. But he did. He gave the best haircut. I mean, he did a good job with the cut, and then afterwards, like I said, maybe it's because he was invested in it. I don't know. I wasn't complaining. Haircut. I was going to have to get a haircut no matter what. Might as well enjoy it.
So the myrrh is actually MYRRH.
All right, take it easy. I gotta watch that video now. I gotta get off and watch that video.
I'm gonna have to go grab them. Hey, keep going. I'll have to go grab them.
Where are you grabbing?
You're missing comments apparently.
The myrrh's not back there. It's in the trailer.
Oh, yeah. Well, so I'll have to go off. Oh, here. I know what I got.
Yeah, she's got some labels. She'll do it. But, so does anybody have big plans this week? What's going to happen this week that's going to be exciting?
Lots of stuff. Okay, so this is just some of it. So if you go over the myrrh, it's MYRRH, and this is edible. You can get topical too. So if you don't want to ingest it,
and you can make this topical.
Yeah, you can make this topical too, and it's, I don't know, I like it this way, but
it comes
topical. If you get it topical, the oils, infused oils can be very, very expensive. But anyway, the myrrh is used for reducing the effects and symptoms of indigestion, cold ulcers, asthma, chest congestion, arthritic pain, cancer, leprosy, spasms, and syphilis. So cold sores, that kind of thing. Also used to stimulate and increase menstrual flow. It can also be used topically to decrease swelling and kill bacteria. And then the frankincense, FRANKINCENSE. It's used for oral health and gum disease, skin health properties, help reduce acne, asthma, respiratory health, and lung strength, improving the immune system, reducing arthritic pain, and joint inflammation. And in fact, my grandmother, she had a bad sciatic nerve. Dolly, are you okay?
No, that's the cat coughing up a hairball again.
She's been outside. She ate mice. And so anyway, but my grandmother, she's been in bed like to the point she fell, pinched her sciatic nerve, couldn't walk, couldn't do anything, that kind of thing. So I told my dad, I said, I'm just going to send you a bunch of stuff. And so I sent that package out, and he started her on it, and now she's able to get out of bed. So, but so you know, stuff works. Dad's using it. He's talking about knee surgery. I'm not crazy about that. Not at his age. So I think the frankincense will be better. I sent it to him. He's trying it, so we'll see what happens.
Hey,
But anyway.
70's the new 50.
So, but yeah. So I've got it, Wes. I usually keep those in stock. They go fast.
Amber, good night.
Night, guys. All right.
People
So it
are
looks like
starting to fall.
everybody's out.
Yeah, we need to pack it in. We got a long day tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm up early. I got that appointment.
9:30 is not early.
I know my appointment is at 9:30.
Getting up at 8:30 is not early.
I have to get up before that because I have to load the rest of the truck. Don't be a turd.
I'm just saying.
You're being a turd. Hey guys. All right.
All right, you
This
guys.
will be 1%, at least 1% better.
Thanks for
tomorrow
showing
than you were
up. Thanks for
today.
the conversation. Thanks for
Are you
indulging
talking
us.
over me? Totally talking.
Well, I'm
over
trying
me.
to. We're on a schedule.
Whatever. All right, guys. Good night.
All right, you guys take it easy. Skange, you go paint. All American, you go do your job. Everybody else, have a great night. Go out and live a life done free this week, and we will see you. Live tomorrow. Live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Hacks for the Homesteader is going to talk about building self-sufficiency.
You and him are doing that
Yes,
together?
we are doing it tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the only time zone that matters. All right? You guys take it easy, all right?
All right, guys.
Night.